Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, I'm Doria. I create lifestyle and self-care content. So if that is of interest to you, be sure to hit the subscribe and the like button down below. So as you guys can tell from the title of this video, today I am showing you my midweek kind of reset routine. So for starters, you guys saw I just got all of my dirty clothes, pulled that out, and I'm putting that into the kind of hamper that I use to take dirty clothes from my room into the laundry room, and I go ahead and pile those in. Um, I love doing this during the middle of the week. I know it's kind of weird because I feel like it's a little counterintuitive. You might want to do this towards the end of the week or at the very beginning of the week to start the week off fresh, which is fine. Like I do that from time to time. But in the middle of the week, if there's like a certain outfit that I like, or if there are just like certain essentials in my wardrobe that I use, I definitely do that in the middle of the week just to kind of refresh and give a little bit of zhuzh back into my wardrobe, but also into my routine. So I'll go ahead, excuse me, and get that out of the way, and then I'll move into my bedroom, which just a little bit of light in while I'm doing this little process. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on getting the sheets off my bed. My bed is already made up, which I have no idea why I did that anyway, but I am gonna go ahead and get started with taking the sheets down. And usually I'll do the duvet and the covers for my pillows, but this week it was, still pretty fresh, but I did want to go ahead and refresh with my sheets itself. So I'm going to go ahead and get those off the bed. And I do like to do this during the middle of the week or the end of the week sometimes. Again, I think it's up to your own discretion, but for me, because this is my midweek routine, this just kind of fell on one of those days where I do kind of do a full refresher on my apartment, and that included refreshing my sheets. It just gives a good feeling when I slide into bed each night. And if you guys are like me, fresh sheets always put me to sleep faster as opposed to sheets I've been sleeping on. So if I could wash my sheets every day, I actually would. But obviously that's a huge waste of water and a lot of time. So I do this at least once a week. If you can do it at least once a week, if not every other week, but don't push it too much, girl. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get my sheets back onto my bed, and these are nice, fresh set. They're very wrinkled. Let me know if you guys iron your sheets. I've seen a few people do that before, and I don't really see the point in doing that, but I do just go ahead and pop these on. And yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of this and kind of relax a little bit, and I'll come back with you guys when I'm on to my next task for this whole reset routine. Okay, so basically once my bed is nice and done and put together and the sheets are crisp, I go ahead and put that last little bit of my little decor on my bed, which is just the blanket, and then I get started on some of the cluttered stuff around my apartment, which starting with this nightstand. I've got a child, so I do have random bits of candy on my nightstand. I don't know why it's there. Trust me, I don't just keep candy by my nightstand or by my bed at night. But I do have a few small things that I just kind of have like out of place that I want to get kind of straightened up. So I'm getting those together and out of the way so I can kind of clean that up and just kind of refresh that space over the course of the week. Yes, even if it is the middle of the week and it's only been like 3 days, it just gets, I don't know, it just gets really cluttered sometimes. So I have to kind of declutter just to get my mind right. But I'm just going to do a quick wipe job with some of these wipes, turning it around because Clorox is not sponsoring this video. And then I'm just going to get that cleaned up and that area just reset. As part of this reset, I do like to do a new candle, and I burn through candles a lot within a week, so you'd be surprised. I just let them go all day. But this is new, believe it or not. I just lit it the day before, and it's already almost done. So I'm just gonna relight it. It's just a vanilla pumpkin scent from Target, and it smells my room up like tremendously. It just smells amazing. So I went ahead and lit that, and then the room is done, and I'm gonna move out into the living room to take care of this massive pile of laundry. And trust me, I do not keep my couch looking like this, but yesterday I did the laundry, and if you guys are anything like me, if it's past like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night and the laundry is just now finished in the dryer, I'm throwing that on the couch and I'm going to bed, which is exactly what I did. So now I'm going to go ahead and tackle that and get that out of the way. This is a separate pile of laundry from what I actually washed. So I'm just getting that out of the way. There's lots of laundry to do, but I do like to do that from time to time throughout the middle of the week. Like I mentioned before, just to kind of have a refresh in my wardrobe. If there are any towels or whatever, that need to be refreshed and refolded for the end of the week into the next week, I go ahead and get those done. And I also have stuff for my son as well. So there's a lot of laundry to do around my apartment, but it is done and I am satisfied. So this is not a focal point for me during the weekends. Okay, so now that laundry is basically done, I'm just going to go ahead and reset my actual space. So I'm just getting my couch back in order. It was never like, oh, it was crazy with the laundry, but the pillows itself was never like crazy. So I'm just getting that kind of spruced up again, cleaning up the coffee table with anything that's been collected on there. Like I said, same thing with the nightstand. This can get super cluttered even like 3 days into the week. So I do try to make sure I maintain that space as often as possible during the middle of the week, just to make sure that it's not getting too cluttered. And then again, lighting a new candle, which this is the pumpkin butter candle from Target. So my space is slowly but surely coming together nicely, and I'm happy to say that none of this will have to be done this weekend. So while I'm cleaning up, I do turn on a kind of like a playlist, which if you guys have seen my previous video, you know I love this guy on YouTube. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. I'll put it in the description box below, but it is Bobby something. So I'll see if I can even link his channel, but I just love to throw his music on when I'm doing chores around the house. But as you guys can see, the TV stand is an absolute mess, so I'm getting it cleaned up and straightened up as much as I can, and then just kind of getting it cleaned up and dusted off. And then lighting another candle. My place is smelling good, which is a whole part of a reset routine, if not your daily routine. So I'm just going to go and get those candles lit and make sure that, like I said, this space looks nice. So this is not usually part of my routine. I just had like a huge, it's not even huge. I just had a suitcase from my previous trip up to Dallas just lying out. And I have a terrible habit of coming home and literally just leaving a suitcase in a space, which don't tell anybody, for like 3 months on end. But today we're not doing that. It was in the middle of my space and I was determined to get it nice and cleaned up for this video and just in general. So I did go ahead and unpack that and then move this out of the way and back into its rightful place. And then I'm going to move into the kitchen to tackle the next bit of what I'm going to refresh my space with, which is the dishes. These are just dishes that I either cooked with this morning or had left over from the night, which I don't typically like to have dishes in my sink at night, but it was one of those nights. So I am just going to go ahead and refresh and get the sink cleared out and just wash those dishes. Now that the dishes are done, I'm just going to go ahead and move into making a nice little drink. And honestly, I didn't even consider it, but it is the first of the month. And I do like to do this at the beginning of each month, like as kind of like a monthly reset routine, which is like finding a drink that I want to try or master throughout the month. It sounds silly, I know, but it's one of those things where I try to find something specifically, it could be small, it could be big, to kind of master or try out each month and kind of perfect. And this is one of the things. I made like a white chocolate kind, it wasn't even white chocolate, it was like a vanilla hot chocolate, but it wasn't any chocolate in there. I don't know how to really explain it, but trying something new to start the month off right, or even if you're just trying something on a weekly basis, it literally could just be something as simple as making your toast a different way. But I do like to kind of refresh my weeks and just my months altogether with something new, whatever that might look like for you. Which this for me was trying this new drink out, and you will get my thoughts on this in a minute. So now that I am back in my room and cozied up and ready to tackle the next task, I do not know how I feel about this. It was literally just okay. But I did keep sipping it. I think I'll master it sometime this month. But next thing is kind of making sure my calendar is in order, which I am going through right now to make sure my content's planned, responding to some emails, and making sure just everything flows smoothly for the week ahead and for the rest of the month. And then one thing I do have a tradition of doing is changing my wallpaper literally each month. So that is what I'm setting now. I do it on my computer and on my phone, which I will show you guys what I change it to in just a second. But I just like to do this because it kind of keeps me in a fresh mind state or mindset, oh my gosh, for each month. So I do like to do that on a regular basis, and this just happened to be on that week that it fell for me. But that is the end of the video, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe to the channel. Hope you learned something from it, and I will catch you guys soon.